So this is take two. So you got back. Anything help? Because we're gonna get into the airplane or the helicopter, but a lot of people don't know about the wires in your arms and legs. I've mentioned it on the show.
Yeah, but it wasn't like at that.
But at the end, is there anything you wanted to end of the last story with the water? You just marched back and nothing else happened?
Marched back and we speed marched back.
Yeah,
but the water was out of me by then.
Right, but anything happened after that?
Well, the next day, we all got together and they were going to make a new squad leader.
And what?
And I was going to be the squad leader of the first squad.
Of the 82nd Airborne. Well, it wasn't.
Of advanced infantry training. It was part of the training.
Did you get it?
And I got that, but I also, being the squad leader of the first squad, made me automatically platoon guide, which was I was in charge of the platoon when the drill sergeant wasn't around.
Extra work.
So I didn't have to do nothing.
I thought it was extra work.
I didn't have to do nothing.
So maybe you because you drank too much water, not knowing back in the day that's a bad thing. You got what you think? What?
There was more to it.
All right.
There was more to it because I helped the first sergeant out, who was our drill sergeant first. And
you guys were all young. How old was the captain?
The captain was in
24, 25?
20, late 20s.
Yeah, usually captains.
He was out of military school.
So this is 19, you were 54, so this is 1961?
74.
74, that's right.
74.
All right, so when did the helicopter, I was airplane, but you would jump out of helicopters with the lines, right?
Right.
And then you got, what shoulder? Point to the shoulder you have it in.
The wires?
What wires are in there? The wires they put in there.
Yeah,
and
that
what year?
was afterwards.
What year?
That was 76.
And when have they been replaced?
No.
And what about your knee? I know your knee, remember you had the surgery.
The knee was replaced.
Okay, but you still have, literally in that arm, you have 1977 wires.
Yeah.
That they,
right.
What are they, wires that, you get, I can go downstairs and get those kind of...
put my shoulder back together.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Metal wire, electrical wires?
No, just regular wires.
Right, so without,
It came apart again. I dislocated it again, so they want to operate on it again.
Yeah, I know, because I remember the knee part, but I'm saying is, I know you had wires from you're talking how many years ago? That's 50 some years ago, almost 50 years ago, that you've been walking around, and we were talking about, somebody brought this up on Tic Toc about the VA, how they're just not treated the way they're supposed to be treated, and I actually said something about you, and I said, my father's been in, somebody asked, why don't you tell them, ask them for the Xanax to help you sleep. Because, painkillers, you've been there, you've done that. It's no good. The painkillers.
Right.
So what's good? Xanax for sleeping, but, I told you can't drink soda at night.
Yeah.
And that's a whole other story.
It really don't bother me.
But if you're up at night.
I sip on it.
See, the reason...
drink it.
I want Tic Toc, and I want the people's opinion, and especially the vets out there, the people who go through this and probably have worse pain than you do, or you do have some pain.
Probably, yeah.
Do you think, I don't think you taking a bar at night is bad, because it helps you relax your mind. I've been doing them since I was 16, but you can't drink caffeine and expect to go to sleep. You're going to want to take more Xanax. Because you're going to be up.
I don't.
But you have.
I don't.
But you have.
I have not.
You're going to lie? You haven't taken 3 at a time?
No.
Back, not recently.
I have.
Alright, that's what I
That
mean.
was before. It
Before.
wasn't because
you thought,
soda.
and in the pain, it would help with the pain.
I figured I cut down on them.
Alright, so what do you think about what I'm getting at is after you did all that, since the wires has been in your arm, and they won't even give you Xanax, and you've literally went down and told the truth that you have to get them off the street, and now, I get them for you, we get them, but, they're real, they're not mixed. I know most people might think, like, what, you don't get, like, we know who we're getting them from.
Right.
But here's the thing, what do you think about the VA? You said that, you don't have to mention any names in the VA, but there's people that just don't get it. They don't get it.
They don't get it.
That's what you said. They don't get it.
They don't get it.
I said go to a doctor.
I had to go to a doctor outside.
Because I know I'm going to post this to, I know a guy, Rich, in here, Rich Kaufman, he does live videos like this all the time, and he talks about his recovery, which you haven't even scratched it. We haven't even scratched the surface on that. But the reason why I do my podcast and I do these videos is to get the story out there to help people who might be either going through the same thing or about to do some stupid shit. Would you recommend, the life you lived and all the drugs and the cars and the ODs? Would you want to do that again?
No, hell no.
Right. So maybe there's a 30-year-old out there who just got out of the army who's in pain and doesn't know what to do. So what does he do? He's in pain and he turns to what? Fentanyl. He turns to,
Well, he turns to medicine that'll help him with the pain.
And then he needs more.
Give him oxy.
Right. Who usually? The VA? Yeah, and then what happens?
And
it's not enough.
He gets addicted.
Of course. That's how I got addicted to perks when I was younger.
And then he starts getting them off the street, like fentanyl or heroin.
I don't think you can get heroin.
It's fentanyl.
Now fentanyl's in Xanny, so you gotta watch what you buy.
Yeah, right.
But what I'm saying is you, as a vet, somebody who served the country and who knows on my shows, my real shows, when I talk, this is a show now, I guess, but I don't usually get into politics and all that shit, but honestly, where the I don't, Joe Biden, Trump, all these fucking presidents, where are they at on, I'm not asking just you, but where are they at on this shit? You know what I mean? What do they just get? Here's money. Here you go. Here's some money to get through what you went through. You fucked up your whole body. I've seen you. You can barely walk. Even today, your brain's going too. Tell them, because of what? What do you think your brain's going for at the age of 67 has started? Drugs. That help somebody out, and don't do it.
I've also
today you forgot.
Had injuries.
What about today when I said go to Wawa?
Wired together, I broke my face. So.
Yeah, I have him on there as Dad Broken Face on my phone.
Yeah, so I'm wired together there.
And they called you, what was your nickname?
Nothing.
No, your nickname.
Stitch.
Stitches. Or
From South Philly. Stitch, not Stitches.
Well, Stitch.
That's from getting cut and always going to the hospital.
See, here's the difference from podcast and TikTok. You only get 10 minutes max. And then you could do as many as you like. You do part 1, part 2. But I never really got into the jumping out of the airplane. I've heard it. We talked about it on the show, but I never talked about it on TikTok. And you get the real reaction.
Up here is Charlie,
the chin chopper. I never.
Still alive.
We got less than a minute on this one, but it's still alive. Yeah, you're
still alive.
You know Scuba Steve's dad. He's older than you. Yeah. I didn't know that, and he's younger than me, and he's constantly going, we're constantly moving, and he should be doing what you're doing, but you're not doing enough. I thought it was a great idea for you to get exercise, and
This is going to be the end of part 2 of 3 coming up. The storytelling duo
Let's get on to the
on
next
Tic Toc
last
for the
thing,
first
and then we'll
time.
be right back
Enjoy
after this for
and
last
maybe learn
chapter
something.
3.